Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Nemesis here with an update because it seems that I have been inactive on YouTube for quite a while now. If you haven't watched my Octavius Anthem playthrough, you will not have known that my PC had been on the fritz. It couldn't handle Warframe at maximum graphics, and even at minimum graphics, which is the only way it would be able to run, even at a moderate frames per second of possibly 60. It couldn't even keep it consistently at 60. So unfortunately, recording was almost impossible after that point. But right now, I do have a new laptop. I have gotten it just this past week on Friday, and Warframe runs perfectly fine on it. Although I do have to change some settings back. Like I turned off bloom and I turned off the color correction as well, just because I thought those things were annoying. And I also did not know that color correction was a setting that apparently you could turn off to like turn off the color changes, such as if you're Loki and you go invisible. I only just now realized that. So anyway, and I'm probably not going to be recording videos. Well, maybe not record. Well, maybe not upload or edit videos for a while now because the software that I normally use for editing videos is just the standard Windows Movie Maker, just because I simply refuse to spend a lot of money on a more expensive editing software if I'm just not going to use it as often as I might in comparison to other more committed YouTubers, because I'm just not simply committed to this part yet, because obviously those YouTubers make money on this. This is just sort of a hobby that I do kind of on the side. And Windows Movie Maker is apparently being discontinued. Microsoft is no longer including it in Windows 10 itself, and it is no longer downloadable directly from their website. So I no longer have access to it on this computer. I might be able to fetch it from my old system, but that's a little bit hard now because on my old system I had to try a hard drive replacement. I tried that first to see if things will get better. It helped Warframe slightly, but it didn't do a whole lot. So I no longer have Movie Maker on that system either. So I don't have an editing software at the moment. The other editing software I used, which I think was it wasn't Adobe Premiere. I tried that too, but that was too confusing for me. It was a different thing. It was I think it was like Sony Vegas, or like a watered down version of Sony Vegas. I know Sony was behind it. But that was a trial version that I used, and I accidentally let the trial run even though I only made like a couple videos with it, a couple of sorting videos with it. So that's not available anymore. So I am currently out of software editing, or I'm currently out of video editing software. So I'm unable to edit software. So basically, the footage that you're seeing now, I just basically recorded and just uploaded the raw Shadowplay footage to YouTube. So this is not going through any processing at all. And this is also basically unscripted. So anyway, right now things are still looking good in everything in the scheme of what's going on here. As you can see here, I've got the Chroma Dynasty skin, which looks pretty awesome. And Warframe, I am keeping up to date with the Warframe stuff. It's not like I've been staying away from Warframe just because my old computer wasn't able to handle it. It could handle it. It's just that it couldn't handle it as much as it could before. It just wasn't performing at its greatest, but it could still perform just fine, at least for me anyway. But I have been keeping up to date. I have been keeping up with farming the new like Prime stuff. I got the Cypress Prime and the Sylvan Aegis Prime. Still working on Oberon Prime. Still need those goddamn Neuroptics. And I'm still eagerly awaiting for what's coming next, about what the hell is being teased about for, TennoCon and stuff like that. Eagerly awaiting Harrow to arrive and things like that. Other projects that I'm going to do, I'm still unsure about where those are going. Like Rise of the Tomb Raider is probably not going to happen. Doom is, I don't know if that's going to happen either. I don't know about other projects that are going of those games from this point on. Also Dota 2, I don't know if that's going to happen either. I'm still really just not feeling that game right now. At least maybe not until the internationals conclude. I'm not really sure. I feel like I'm just getting further and further separated from that game the more I just continue to delve into Warframe. And it's not like my computer would have been able to tolerate Dota anyway back then, because if it couldn't handle Warframe, then it's probably not going to handle Dota either. And you know, it's fine if Warframe's not rated at maximum capacity at maximum efficiency, but when Dota is hitching up, and that's kind of a problem because you need to be like every action counts in Dota. So and if you're like missing up actions a lot when it's not your fault, then you kind of feel really screwed. So I'm still gonna probably be keeping away from Dota for a long time. Meanwhile, and so back to Warframe. So no sortie videos still for a while. I will continue to record and shadow footage about the clan to keep making stuff for the next Warshame montage, which I promised that I set at the end of Warshame 3. That's I said Warshame 4 was in the works. About that, I was trying to make a Warshame Part 4, but every time it's like I keep postponing it, and then I feel like the clips are out of date, so I have to start over every time again. So I feel like then it's just it wasn't working out, and then my computer started malfunctioning. So then it's sort of sad. But now I'm gonna start compiling some new footage to see if I can create another one, and hopefully I can find a new editing software before any of that footage starts getting a little too outdated. Because I don't like including I don't like using footage um, for montages with like a very out of date game. It's like, oh, look at this. It's like a very old version of the game. It's like Damage 2.0. Damage 3.0 is already out. It's like, yeah, I know. It's a very old version of the game. That's like 3 months old. I don't like doing stuff like that. And not that far back anyway. It's like me doing a Dota 2 montage, but it was like pre 7.0. So, you know, things like that. So anyway, that's an update that I wanted to go through with you. Things are going fine otherwise. IRL, nothing's wrong. It's just that my computer is just my computer troubles have been just going through the roof. And now that my physical computer troubles are fixed, I just need to figure out what editing software I should use without just, you know, without pouring a shit ton of money into it. So, thanks for listening and tuning in, and thanks for sticking around if you have been sticking around. And if you're new around these parts, don't worry, I'm not totally inactive. I am usually pretty active around these parts with all these sortie videos. And I'm pretty active online overall, especially on Steam and games and stuff like that. So, I'm not consistent with uploading videos at all. This is definitely just a hobby that I just don't do all the time, just because if I don't make money off of it, if it's not a job I do, then it's simply I just don't fully commit to it. It's not that I don't think it's fun, it's just that it's not something that I don't know, I just don't put it as a priority. I probably should, maybe, because I do kind of like it, but it's at the same time it's also feels kind of like a chore. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I should stop the sortie videos or something like that. I'm still recording them. I have been recording the last couple days of sortie videos, but I'm wondering. I'll still definitely make the next Warshame montage though, Warshame Part 4. So, and any other projects? Well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you all later. So that's it for me. Catch you all later.